Welcome to the Overcoming Medica Hair Loss Summit. My name is Valerie Fuentes. I'm your host, and today I am with Natalie, also known as Alopecia Fashionista. Natalie, thank you so much for saying yes to this invitation. I'm super excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much, and I'm super excited to just be a part of this and kind of share more of my story. I always love kind of helping women and just sharing my journey because everyone is at a different part and every hair story is different. So yeah.
Right. And because everybody's different, we would love to get to know you. So tell us a little bit about your hair journey.
Yeah, so I have androgenic alopecia. I knew I had hair loss starting at the age of 10. It was very gradual, so it's been almost 11 years now. I'm 20, soon to be 21, and it's just been a slow process that really stripped away my confidence, my self-esteem, because I was in school, so I was dealing with it at such a young age, and I didn't really know what was going on. And by the time I was like in high school, it was just kind of hard doing prom and stuff, and the people were like, I can't even style your hair. And when you get older, you start realizing, at the age of 10, maybe when you start having hair loss, it's not as a big deal because you're a little girl and you don't care about your looks as much. But then when you start going in your teen years and all that, then you're like, oh man, like I don't have hair. And it really just sucked. And when I went off to college, I'm doing my third year now, but the first year of college, my hair just started falling out more. And I don't know whether it's just like new environment and stress and just change. I started noticing like I can really see my scalp. I can't get away with my curly, short, frizzy hair. And I was like, oh my God, like there has to be a solution. I can't be the only one because I've never met anyone with alopecia or having some sort of hair loss at a similar age. And I came across the Instagram world, the hair loss community, through a hashtag. And the first thing that I saw was someone similar to my age putting on a topper for the first time. And I was like, what, those exist? What are those? Like, and then I started realizing wigs. And of course, people think of, okay, like wigs and costumes and that kind of stuff. I didn't realize girls were wearing wigs for hair loss and things that that would apply to me. And it was just so amazing. And for my 20th birthday, I told my mom I wanted a topper or a wig or something. I'm like, please take me to a wig shop. I just want to try it on and just see myself have that same transformation, like that awe moment, putting it on for the first time. And it was amazing. And I'm lucky that I was close to a wig store, kind of like in LA area, and was able to try pieces on. And yeah, it was just emotional experience. I never thought I'd have that look or that hair, but I started being open, documenting my journey, and I was like, I don't want others to feel alone like I did. And there's also girls in the community, but I noticed that there wasn't as many like young girls, like 20 and below. And I was like, I would love to kind of help others that are similar to my age, like in that college, because I feel like college is such a hard time to start losing your hair. It's like the last thing you would imagine happening to you. And yeah, it just grew from there, and I'm pretty open about it. I think just being open, talking about it, meeting other people has also just helped my confidence and helped me deal with it as well. It was kind of like therapeutic to be open and, force myself to be out there.
Totally. And I can totally relate when you said that, as you're growing up, like it doesn't matter that much. And then like when you're in your teens and, early 20s is when like it hits you really. Yeah. I actually recently I've been doing hypnotherapy to also help me, deal with my emotional stuff with hair loss and, trying to pinpoint like when it started and stuff. And in my mind, I started losing my hair at 18. And then after one session, I, realized that wasn't the case. And then the therapist asked me, she said, well, why don't you ask your mom? Because it doesn't sound like it was at 18. And then I asked my mom, and she could kind of pinpoint when I started losing my hair. And it was way earlier than that, it was, she says that maybe it was at 12, and I didn't even realize that. And I think it's because it wasn't on my radar, right? Like from like 12 to like 16 or whatever, like I was busy with other things. And then she was saying, oh, and then you had your first boyfriend and you forgot about it. Yeah, I mean, you fall in love and, you know, there's no time for hair. And yeah, so that's super important. And then I totally relate also on like being in college. When I was in college was when I lost the most hair. And that was traumatizing. And I was wearing my beanie every single day. Literally, like, that was my outfit. It was beanie with everything. And I think by the end of college was when I had lost the most hair. And I just, like you said, it's like, it's devastating. So I so appreciate you, you know, speaking about it at this age, because I know it will help so many girls that are going through the same thing. I wish I had something like what the platform that you have right now, that I would have seen anybody my age going through this, because there was literally nobody.
Thank you.
So when did you start the Tiara movement? Like, when did you start your account and when did you start the movement?
So I started my account probably about 1 month after getting that first topper for my birthday, my 20th birthday. And I was like, okay, like, I'll just post about it. You know, I had no idea how much it would grow or how much I'd be posting and all that. And I started the hashtag Tiara movement pretty soon after. And I just wanted to kind of create a community, a place for people that are new or maybe thinking of starting their hair journey, looking for a top or a wig, wanting reviews, wanting to meet girls that are open, because a lot of people wear hair but they're not open about it. They don't want you to know that they're wearing hair and they just don't want to go there. So there's a lot of girls like me that are in the hair community that are so helpful and amazing, and every story is different. So when they use the hashtag my TR movement, you can click on my bio and everyone that's like super open and also sharing their hair journey pops up. And I tell people, you know, you can use the hashtag if you got like a new wig or topper you love, if you just are feeling confident that day, if you're posting like about a tip or like anything, if you're just feeling yourself. But it's really cool because there's over hundreds of posts now of just different girls in the community, and it's great if you're new and you kind of want to find people but don't know how. They just pop up and it's just amazing. Everyone's positive and cheering each other on. So yeah,
I love it. So is there anything outside hair that do you have used to cope with your hair loss, like with the emotional part?
I think having a really good support system. So my mom also has androgenic alopecia. Our hair looks the exact same when we're not wearing hair. And she also got a wig or like a topaz, and we both wear wigs now. Probably a couple weeks after I got mine. So it wasn't the only one wearing it. I had someone to go in a wig store with me. Also like the community, just like surrounding yourself with other people and being able to talk about it, feeling like you're not the only one. Also just like family and friends that are super supportive. And I know it can be really scary sharing it, talking about it, but you realize that, you know, your really good close friends are going to be there no matter what. They're going to cheer each other on. Even if they don't have hair loss, they're super supportive. And then also I just focused on my mental health and just feeling good, because, you know, of course you can put hair on, but if you're not like feeling good about yourself without the hair or with hair, so I just focused on eating healthy and working out and just kind of the basics that they would normally suggest, because I just focus on like everything else, and at the very end just put the hair on, feel good, you know. Right. Yeah, just focusing on loving yourself and self-esteem, because of course you're gonna feel, you know, great putting hair on, but if you're really struggling with, you know, your self-esteem and loving yourself, you're still going to be worried about wearing the hair. Are they noticing? Do you know, and when you're feeling 100% confident, then you're going to be 200% confident with hair.
Totally. So I know one of the biggest things for women your age and even my age, it's dating. right?
Yeah.
It can be really hard when you have hair loss. So like, what are your thoughts on, you know, dating and relationships?
Yeah. A lot of girls come to me and they're like, I'm so scared. How do I tell him? Like, thinking that it's going to be some sort of negative turnoff that makes them some sort of lower. And I think, think of it as an accessory. It's just who you are. It shouldn't be like the no, like the decision making. And I started dating my boyfriend before I started wearing hair, so he was there. He like most guys don't really notice sometimes. They're not like, oh,
Right?
they're so
It's so
focused on
true.
the hair. And I always tell people too, like, you're the only one that's probably like super obsessing with your hair and probably look at other people's scalps and stuff. Like, I do that. I always like, I was super hair envious, but like guys aren't like in that kind of zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just guys. But um, so we were dating. It wasn't like something that was like, whoa, your hair. He didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I just told him, hey, I look at these, like I was showing girls on the hair community, like, look at this. This is real. Like that's they're putting, oh, it looks so natural. Like, I think I really want to go try one. And he's like, you should, like, if it makes you feel good, because during that first year of college and second year, he started seeing me get more emotional and more self-conscious about my hair thinning. So it was getting pretty obvious and I was really upset. So he saw me happy. So he was happy. As long as you're happy, the guys can be like happy for you. Just like that support. And I always tell girls that are dating and, they've been wearing hair, then they're going to dating. I'm like, you don't have to tell them the first date. Like, you don't have to blurt out your whole like
Right.
story. And, it's like, you don't do that with strangers. And I always tell them, you can go on a couple dates when you actually feel close with this person and you actually
Mm-hmm.
want to dedicate some time into it. You can always kind of use it as a compliment in a way. You can be like, hey, like, you're amazing and I feel so close with you and I just kind of want to tell you something that's personal. So not only are they like feeling good about themselves, like, hey, she, really likes me and she trusts me, but also shares that. And everyone always has like their own baggage, I guess you could say. Like,
Right.
whether it's about hair, there could be like something else. But I don't think
Mm-hmm.
hair should be, and if the guy is weird about it, then, take it as a red flag because life is
That's not your
messy.
guy.
Yeah, and life is messy, and if they can't handle some hair, then they probably can't handle some really big things that are important. So yeah, that's like me. I just say treat it as an accessory. If you want to tell them as a compliment. This one girl, she's so funny. She was like, if it's like a one night kind of thing, just keep it on. Just keep that shit on. She's like, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. You don't have to spill your whole story. So yeah, it just
Yeah.
really depends. Yeah, use that. And
Totally.
you feel good because, you're telling them something that's close to you and personal.
Yeah. So speaking about your boyfriend, we, or a lot of people, has seen a beautiful, beautiful video of you when he was buzzing your hair.
Yeah.
So honestly, that totally brought tears to my eyes. You were also super emotional on the video. I think honestly, like that touched a lot of people because I think once we've all had that thought of I want to buzz my hair. I think I've had it. I have it. I have had it for years actually, but I still never had that courage. I would say I think it takes a lot of courage. So I want to know like what got you to that point. What did you feel? Tell me all the things.
Yeah, so I've thought about it for so long. Yet, like you said, we have that moment where I'm like, I just want to buzz my head, just want to shave it off, like, I'm over it. But to actually do it is like something else and like see it. And I saw a lot of other girls do it. I'm like, they look so good. I'm over it. And I think I got to the point where I was like, okay, my toppers, it's super hard to start blending because, like I said, in the past 2 years, my hair just really got thin where it was kind of hard to put a topper and blend it. And my hair loss was kind of in the part where you needed hair to blend
Mm-hmm.
toppers. And I was over to wigs. So I had wigs anyway. And I was like, well, I'm pretty public on my page. Like, I feel like there's no going back, and people knew that I started wearing hair. So I was like, okay, I'm in deep, like, and also during quarantine, I haven't gone like out and stuff. And I had this like ponytail extension. I guess I didn't realize I lost more hair during quarantine. My hair got thinner. So when I put the ponytail extension and I was out in public, like playing tennis with it, it like fell, like slipped off in front of like a family friend, some strangers. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'd rather just go outside with a buzz cut or bald than like have all these like little hair extensions slip and, you know, not worry about it. I feel like a buzz cut is like more of a look than something that screams hair loss or hair. I even got compliments on, I went out to try on some makeup, and the lady that was like helping me match my foundation, she was like, I love your hair. It's such a look, like you pull it off so well. You know, it wasn't like, and I never even got compliments when I had like my normal hair because it was so thin and breaking. I was like, oh my God, I don't even have hair. I'm getting compliments. So I love it. And like you said, it was emotional. It wasn't like I was upset that I was buzzing my head because I for sure wanted to do it. I was committed. I decided like the night before, and I was like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And I just feel like all the pain that my hair loss caused me, and just like my whole childhood, the bullying, the comments, the stares, finally like just a relief, this huge weight being left off my shoulders and my chest, and just was crying. Like I couldn't even say why I was crying, because when I saw it, I loved it. And I talked to other girls and they're like, it was normal. Did you have this weird like emotion right before? And I was like, yes. And my boyfriend was looking at me like, what's going on? Like, I thought you wanted to shave it. So thanks to him, he was a trooper during that moment. But yeah, and I wasn't sure if I should film it, like just like post a picture after. I didn't really have anything planned. I just set the camera there and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just like film it. And I decided to share it because I felt like a lot of people haven't seen that side of me. And, you know, not every hair moment is super happy. Like I definitely have my down days. And yeah, I just loved sharing it, and I didn't realize how big it would be, and a lot of people would see it.
That video was so powerful, Natalie. I just have to say, to everybody that hasn't seen that video, you have to go to her page and watch this video. It was just, give me all the feels. So thank you so much for posting that. And so, like, how do you feel now? Like after the fact, are you good? Are you gonna continue to buzz your hair? Are you gonna let it grow? Like, where are you at?
I'm gonna continue buzzing my hair. I love it. It makes it so much easier to just go work out. I don't have to like brush it. I can not like worry about shampoo and conditioner. It feels like I never run out now. I can just run to the grocery store. You don't wake up with bedhead. It's so much easier to put wigs on as well. I even have the option to use like silicone cap. It also, it's like summer and it's hot, so it makes it a lot easier to wear hair. You're not having like a bunch of hair all stored up there and then like another hat or hair over it. So I really love it. Super easy. Don't have to worry about going somewhere to like someone cut my hair, because even though it seems like I'm super confident and can do anything, like I would still not feel super comfortable like taking my wig off or walking to a wig store with like, I don't know, whatever would have been under there. So I kind of like that. I can just buzz it. I make my boyfriend do it still, so he does it like every 2 weeks. But yeah.
So when you're, like you said, like not every day is a great day, right? So like, what do you do when you're not having a great day? Like what helps you get going?
So it depends. Like sometimes I'll connect with someone that I usually chat with on the hair loss community, or I'll even just take a social media break. You know, sometimes when you're looking at all these girls and they look so good and happy and you compare yourself to them, I just like put my phone down. I'll go take a jog, walk my dogs around the park, focus on something that makes me happy. So whether that's like doing something with my family or baking or just being active really helps, and then kind of gets me off of my hair. Because if I'm just sitting in my room or in my house, just kind of like looking at myself and letting your thoughts wander. It could be not like the best.
So what would be your best piece of advice for somebody that's, just starting in their journey and they don't know if they want to wear hair or not? Like, what would you say to them?
I would definitely like hop on and kind of be a part of the community. You get to see a little bit of everything, whether it's like my page or other girls, because everyone's different. I like to share a lot of just, I do like a lot of fashion, but also just like share a bunch of stuff with me and my boyfriend on dates. Also like working out in hair sometimes. Now that I have a buzzed head and gyms aren't open, I'm just kind of doing it in my house, but just a lot of different things. Everyone, has different hobbies and they make their hair work. So you can kind of see what that would look like. And then also just like chatting and sharing your story and just being open. I always tell people if you're like pretty wanting to start wearing hair, local wig stores sometimes, you might not make that purchase that day, but just go in, try a piece on just to see what it looks like, the color, length, because they can measure your head for you. They can kind of tell you, oh, like you want it right here, that's 16 inches, 20 inches. So when you go online for the place that you kind of been eyeballing and wanting, you kind of have an idea of what that looks like, that you have those measurements, or just so when you get the piece that you want, when you put it on, it's not this whole dramatic change and you're like, whoa, wait, that doesn't look real. And I always tell people too, if it's like your very first topper or your very first wig, when you're gonna put it on, of course you're gonna know it's a wig because you put it on. Like, don't be so harsh on yourself.
Yep.
And sometimes you're not ready to wear hair. If you're gonna put it on, I tell people this all the time too. They go on and they're like, what's the best, most real looking, the most softest hair? Like, and there's so many brands out there, and sometimes my favorite brand won't be a good fit for you because everyone's head shape's different, preference, whether you want like more glamorous, something that looks very subtle. Like obviously my hair does not look like this. And if someone that has short brown hair, which I do have, put this on, they're like, wait, that's not for me. And everyone's goals are different. But if they're wanting to try on hair and they might not be ready, because I could tell them something that I love that looks really real, and then they're going to be at it and think it's like, oh my God, this is not right. And maybe you're just, it's just a learning curve. I mean, when I put wigs on the first time, I was like, oh my God, that looks so fake. I don't like it. It's so much more dense. Like it took a while to get used to it. And, but yeah, I always tell people just try on a piece. You don't have to buy it. Just like, I know there are not a lot of people at local stores buy them, but it's just kind of fun. And you can kind of get an idea of what lace and silk looks like, because I know online shopping is super nerve-wracking.
Right. Yeah, and I think it's super important to get sized, right? So like at least now if you wanna buy online afterwards, then you already know what's your size. So like that's great advice. And like what you said that different pieces look different in different people. That is so true, because sometimes I see different people saying, oh, I'm wearing this by this company. And then I see a different girl and they look so different and it's exact same colors. So know that you're going to bring you into the picture, right? So we're all going to look different. It's just the way it is.
Definitely. I know. And just even like I have a super small head. So I have like a more petite like frame in the face and everything. So when I get pieces, I have to have them like layered a bunch or face framed because it looked like one big curtain in front of me. I also have to get my wigs like taken in and stuff. So I definitely like struggle trying to find wigs. I can't, even if I buy small online, I still need to get it taken in. So, there's so many customizations you can do. You can get a wig and you're like, okay, I like it. And you can like add a rooting like this one. I would never be able to pull off like a whole blonde like coming out of my scalp. Plus it makes it look more natural. You can do the face framing so it doesn't feel like this huge heavy piece. So there's like a lot of things that you can do. And once you figure out, okay, like this is kind of like my face shape or how I want it to look, and then you can go from there and take it to a stylist. And I feel like just getting it styled makes a huge difference.
Huge difference. Absolutely. So Natalie, you're super known about the specific tool, I would say, that you use with your wigs, which is a wig grip. Can you
Yeah.
tell us why you love it so much?
Yeah, so I love wig grips because I do not like clips and combs. I just don't want to bother with clipping my hair into things. Whether I know some girls have like really sensitive scalp, don't want they have like long shifts and don't want like their hair or scalp being pulled. Also like worry about over time clipping in the same place and their hair being pulled from there. And I love wig grips because they're so easy, they're adjustable. So even though I have a small head, it works for me. And what's really cool, I have one on right now. It's like super secure. So it's pretty much like a headband that goes around, works with silk top, lace top. I just wear it, secures it. I don't have to worry about it. It doesn't give me a headache. And I've been sharing it on my story. And I would love for anyone for this, like I'm doing a giveaway with the wig grip that I love and use every single day. And so basically this video is going to be posted, and once you like watch it for the first 72 hours, right when this post goes up, of course, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram. So go follow me, Alopecia Fashionistas. That's the first thing to do when you want to participate in this giveaway to win a wig grip. So go follow me. I'm going to be posting when this is posted. And it'll just say like giveaway. Make sure you like the photo and comment, you know, love the video, watched it, done. And once the first 3 days, the 72 hours that the video interview is up, I'm going to do a raffle and then pick a winner. And it'll be so exciting because then we'll have matching wig grips, and it's something that I really love and use every day. So now you get to use it and try it out.
Love it. Thank you so much. It's super generous of you. So you got it, guys. Make sure to follow Natalie to watch her video. Number one, you must. Number two, participate on the giveaway. And yeah, just connect with Nat. I know that, you know, you're really passionate about helping other women, you know, your age and all ages. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you so much and having me on here. I love talking about it and just meeting new girls. It's just so amazing. I've met people around the world, and I just never knew that their hair would do that and having that opportunity. But thank you so much for having me, and I'm super excited to do the giveaway as well.
You're so welcome. Well, everyone, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next interview. Bye.
Bye.